Right, let the stream start. It's a bit bloody late because all I've been fucking doing is try to get fucking fire hydrant pictures to fucking register shit. It's not how it works. Not at all. So, I'm going to do something a little bit different because obviously I've been doing a bit of stuff behind the scenes, which I'm not going to talk about. But what I'm going to do is take a little break from guidance stuff, but I'm still going to be doing guidance stuff. I'm just taking a break momentarily today because I'm trying to get my head wrapped around scripting stuff again. Which I've technically already gone over, I think it's about a couple of weeks now, going over scripting and stuff in these games. And I've had that many issues trying to fucking do it. But then that's what happens when you don't like come back to doing it like after a certain amount of time. So I am going to do a custom room, but this isn't going to be for Gaiden. This is going to be for the project I'm currently doing as well, as alongside that. I'm not going to say anything about it because I'm not revealing it yet. So all I'm going to be doing is just building a save room. So, and then I'll probably show like the scripting process and everything else. Just very basic stuff I'm going to be doing. So, well, technically you can read it there, but since I'm not really going to give a shit about that, kind of like try to hide things and show things, so it's like something's interesting there to watch. So that's the room I've decided to deal it for. So what I'm going to do is build within the boundary of here. God, is that going to fucking work? Oh no, of course not. It's off the fucking grid. Fucking grid. I've learned apparently that if you don't build stuff to the grid, it doesn't fucking work correctly. It's shit like that. Might have to expand it out a bit actually. Right, what I'm going to do. Put that central there. I'm going to have to expand this out bloody brick by fucking brick. For fuck's sake. Right, fine. Let's just start building it. I just realised I've got no music playing either. My God, what the hell is up with me today? Guess I just can't be arsed with fucking music today. Except now that's going to be out fucking grid, isn't it? But then again, it's not halfway. It should work, in theory. I made that a little bit too big, haven't I? Fuck's sake. Right, snap that to that. So that's that. So if I get rid of you, that's what I'm working with. I'm just going to move those onto that part of the grid. And just move them crosswards. So that's on the grid too. That should be fine actually. Setback face coming on that. Reverse that. That's the room for the save room done. Hello. I've been really away from this streaming. I swear to God, I've been trying to get back into it. I've got that much shit I need to stream, and it's just getting it done. I forgot what I was going to say. Let's just carry on with this. Right, so what I'm going to do... That's that. Right, I just want to... Should have the bounds for the door on there. No, it doesn't, does it? Shit. But then again, if I do it this way... Oh God, do I have to move it? I don't want to move it. No, don't make me do it. Actually, got a better idea. Let's move that along. That'll give me the position of it, and I've got to get the door in the right frigging place. Ugh. Things I bloody do. The things I do. Right. No, I want to highlight that one there. Oh, fuck's sake. No, that one. Thank you. Right, so I want that one there. To go here and there. But I've put on the wrong fucking side, haven't I? Like a dickhead. Right, so I want to move that. Now I've got them in position. I need to move this back. So I'm going to move that back there, because that's obviously going to be there. It's fine if it goes over just a little bit, because I want this to be accurate. And then everything inside the engine will bloody work correctly, because apparently that's been causing God knows how many issues as well. Right, so that can be door trigger. Oh, it's just... that should be alright. He says... Right. I really should get some music playing, but I do not have my headphones. And I'm pretty sure I'm on Discord as well. Oh, I'm on fucking Restream as well. That's a scary thought. Bloody Nora. Sometimes I don't even really need to do any music, do I? Do I really want to do? No. I'll put someone in a bit. I just want to concentrate on this. Right. So, I'm just going to put that as the door. Because I'm boring like that. What I'll do is create another cube. Because I'm literally only doing the basic building blocks for the room. I'm not going to build anything to be very detailed. Because that'll defeat the purpose of what I'm trying to do. With it being like... not with guidance, but still building blocks for when I get into scripting with the other two, so they're not having to do all the scripting work. So I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around that at the minute. I've actually got some stuff to work that I didn't know how to do when I first started understanding the scripting code. And because it's all C code, it's like a pain in the ass to adjust to. So unless you absolutely are demented, like I think a load of us are, you just don't understand how it all bloody works. So I'm going to do that as my door trigger. So this is going to be a save room. And it's going to be very basic. That's all I can really say. It's like I say, I want to try and keep it as basic as possible, but I am going to go through the scripting process as well. Because I need to get save rooms in the scripting process improved, so I can just go done. But I'm just thinking of writing a utility on top of this. Because I'm just sick and tired of writing fucking hex code. It's amazing how many little things make up like all the stuff in hex. So every door trigger is done in hex, every fucking cutscene part is done in hex, clicking on a fucking object is done in hex, picking up a key is done in hex, and by the time you looked in hex, you're fucking looking in hex and everything. That's all I'm going to say, and it's been like that for me for the past week. So I've been going a bit freaking helter-skelter at the minute, so I've got all that done. I just want to put that in, as I'll call it, bound, just so I can lock that in. Right, so what I'm going to do now is get some data imported into here so I can piddle around with it. So I'm going to look into a save room now, just so I've got all the stuff done. That room probably a good one to look at. I just need to remember how the hell I do this. How do I do this again? Oh yeah. So let's look in RE2 BM. I know, bad me for doing the RE2 BM. Everybody's like, oh no, don't do that. No, don't load Steam. Oh, right. I can't remember what I was doing. No, I know what I was doing right. So, I'm just going to look at the room. So, in this case, it's the dark room I want. So, that's room 208. 11 angles. 11 angles. I don't need 11 angles for a save room, mate. Fucking hell. Right. Recheck. We're going to find a very cheap save room that's got cheap angles, so I'm not going insane looking at it. Let me think one. Which one is the closest one after that? Fucking hell. Oh, yeah, but then that's only one angle, isn't it, for rooms 30C and 30D. 401, that's got 11 angles. Why have all these save rooms got 11 angles? You don't need that many. It's all because I can transfer the scripts over and just change things as well, because I'm being a cheeky shit tonight. I just cannot be fucked. But at least I'm being honest about it. Oh, the cabin. Where are you at? Oh god, my eyes have gone. Where is the cabin? I was just looking at it. How are you? Oh, 6 angles. I'll take that. That's better. That'll do. I don't want a million angles for a save room. It's a save room, for Christ's sake. It's not like it's the bloody middle of the Holy Christ or whatever. Right, so 6 angles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go into... Have I got it open? The RDT folder. So I'm going to go into the vanilla rooms. I'm going to go to... I can't remember what room it was now. Oh my god, what the... 106. So pull out 106 from in here. And I'll dump this in my modded RDT folders because I'm going to be modding it later on. Just throw that in there. So then what I'm going to do in here is just use my tools that I've got. So, boom. I'm going to open the room data. Open it in the modded RDT folder that I've got set up. Where are you, modded RDT folder? There we go. Oh my god, which room was it? Ah, 1060 because 1040 is open. There we go. Right. So that's the save room for the cabin. Perfect. And of course, all the stuff's going to have to be moved over. So what I'm going to do very quickly, I'm just going to grab all the SCA data from it, including the ceiling, add that to its own layer on here, just so I know what it is. Hide that. Block and... Well, it wouldn't need block and... It would... Why would it need... Oh, because when the zombies break in scenario B, they need to know where they're going to get to you, that's why. Yeah, okay. Okay. What about them? Because if they're trying to contact me, they haven't. Right, I'm not going to have zombies in here. I'm going to have the floor data, but I'm going to ignore that for now. Right, I'll have the camera data to its own. So that's going to be our Ridley. The object already exists. You mean to tell me I can't call it Ridley? I've got to call it Ridley. I know exactly what it is. You leave me alone. Right. And then I'm going to grab the RVD data, stick that on its own layer, so that I can just work on that. But I'm going to probably do that in Bioclone Redux. I'll be doing all the bloody roaming data in. Hello, everyone. Hi. Currently losing the will to live, or maybe I'm just going a bit hella skelter. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab camera 1, or in this case 0, because we don't work in 1s and 0s to begin with, it's all confusing. I should really make this room bigger, but it is a small save room because it's not supposed to be here. But then, I don't, hang on. I know I've made it bigger just for the pure sake. I mean, I suppose. I mean, I know it's taking the piss. I mean, I've bloody been crapping all over Capcom for not making stuff accurate inside to outside. But in this instance, who's going to know apart from me and everybody else who's watching the streams? But yeah, this room needs to just be a little bit bigger for what it's going to be. And again, I'm not going to say what it is because that'd be spoiling shit. I'm not going to do that at the minute. And it's not a guiding thing. This is just me practicing stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the bounds out a little bit. I'm going to just expand this out a couple of blocks more. And that'll do fine for what I need. So I'm just going to stick my camera data in. And just put one angle in so far. Oh, that's the lights in it. Right, I don't need those, so I'll get rid of the lit. That's the thing with these tools that Morticia made. It brings everything in. Everything in. See, that looks much more nice and presentable. Let's save that again. I really need to get a green screen at some point. I'm just getting sidetracked. Right. So I'll get the first angle in. So what I'm going to do is just quickly... I mean, I don't even need it to be high quality, really, but I'm going to make it high quality. Set all my settings up. I'm going to stick a light in very quickly. Put it about here. Give that no decay and a quadratic. Make it 0.750 because that's your, excuse me, default soft image light brightness, and I'm trying to stick to those kind of standards as well. I'm just going to do a quick render test and then obviously change the color management on it so that it's at linear. Right. That's fine, no worries, just watch wherever you can. Right, what was I doing? I've updated OBS, so it's all bloody different now. I can't remember half the crap I got on here. Right, that's... Oh, shit, what have I done? Oh no, what the fuck's happened? Oh no. Oh no. Right, let me try and get that. I hate it when he updates stuff and then I've got to come back and do it. Why is there 57 points there? Why can't I get rid of this? Oh, right. Bring that down. There we go. Render there. I'll try and keep that in the corner where I'm at. So that's what it obviously looks like in the camera. So that's what it looks like now. Is to see if you can help them with some maps. You know what? They get in touch with me, we'll talk. But until then, I'm not really... I didn't even know people were going to try to get in touch with me. But them's the breaks. In a way. What was I doing? Oh yeah, setting up stuff. So obviously this is going to be a save room. So I need to get the typewriter built, even though it's just going to be a block for this. Because like I say, I'm only going to be testing the scripts. I'm not going to be building anything. Because this is for my own project. This is just me getting the scripting language back up to date in my brain. And it's just going through the process of how we build these rooms. And it's simplified because some of the stuff I've been doing is being like if-else checks and bloody no operations, and that's the sort of stuff that would make people go crazy, but I'm already crazy as it is, so it doesn't have any effect on me. So I need to get this built. So what I'm going to do is save. I'm going to get the guide and Barry mesh I'll use. So that's him here. Just for my scales. So this is about as accurate as I can get it for the character. And I've made those doors ridiculously oversized because it's kind of like the mansion doors from Resident Evil's 1. They are oversized. There's no lie in there. They are oversized as hell. Anyway. So, I'm going to make a rough guess. So, I'm just going to block this out. So, I'm going to put this block here. That's going to be something. That there's potentially going to be something there, which I'll probably have right up next to the door. And the save box is going to be right here with the typewriter, just there, probably on a table. So, maybe the item box itself is going to probably be... You know, the irony is, I actually have the item box built. I just don't know why I don't use the fucker. I'm going to use it. Oh no, let's not use the item box, let's use a block. No, fuck it, we'll use the actual fucking save room box that I built for fucking Revisited for free. Free Revisited, not to be confused with the other project that Elric's doing with Enrico. I did call it item box. That's the one. There we go. So we got the actual item box, but didn't I just like import a whole bunch of horrible containers? Oh yes, it fucking did. Oh god, I hate containers. I don't hate them in the actual sense that they help with containing stuff in the real world, but in 3D meshes and stuff, it does slow your scene down if you don't get rid of it all. And I hate that. I hate that with passion. Right, so first things first, I'm going to have to scale this up a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Then what I'll do is I'll do all the shader stuff later on. It's like I say, I'm not trying to make this look fancy or anything just yet. So I'll put this item box here. Damn, that really does need a bloody upgrade in terms of size, don't it? Fucking hell, right. Let me just snap this to point. Let's get that on the bottom bit. I think that is on the bottom bit, isn't it? Should do anyway. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scale it up a little bit. Probably about that much. I think that's about it. That's about right. I mean, you can grip it with your hand, jump yourself in the item box, disappear to another part of the room without actually leaving the room. Why has no one done that as a mod yet? Right, anyway. Rambling that I am. So now I've got that in place. There's going to be a little table here. Well, that's what it's going to be, but I'm putting it as a block. And I'm going to put the typewriter on there. And yes, I do have a typewriter that I can just import. My god, it's like I've been doing this for years. Oh, let's put Tyrant there instead. We'll save it Tyrant, bro. That would be funny, though. There's my typewriter. Completely built from the ground up. So I'm just going to dump that in there, put that there. Did that increase containers? Oh, of course it did. Get rid of that. Right. Oh, now I've got to do all the angles. So, angle-wise, we need to... I have a habit of making angles that are so impossible to actually work. They do not work. So, I have to try and experiment with getting these angles to correct. So, I might have it as... That's camera 1 in the corner there. Like so. Let's have a look how that looks. Well, you can't see much because I need to put the bloody more lights in the room. Put that one there. Dump that one there. Render it. Ah, there we go. That one looks alright. Oh, I forgot the hole in the bloody freaking... Well, it don't matter. It's a block. punishing myself too much. I'm only doing this as block mapping to begin with. I'm not really doing jack shit else with it. So that's getting that in there. Camera 2, I'm going to potentially just put on top where the item box is. No, not block. I don't want to do anything with the blocks. Leave me alone. So, could probably just control the angle here. Push that down there a bit. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe move it a little bit closer. Push it down a little bit. Just realised I need to get rid of the top as well. The item box, because like obviously that's going to be an asset within this game script, so get Barry in here. I think I might have made that too freaking... No, that's not too bad, actually, that's fine. Right, but I do need to remove the top of this now. There goes the top, because it's like that in the renders. So that's about the top on. Right. So I don't need to worry about any of the other angles. I can leave them as is. So I do a quick save. Then what I'm going to do is go back into the tool set I've got. I'm now going to save. And hang on a minute. It might not work if I don't put the lights back on. So if I export this thing and then obviously go back into where I was, so that was in modded RDTs, and then click 1060. Right, so that's rebuilt that. Right, so I've got 1060, that's the brand spanking new thing, right? So now what I'm going to do, because obviously I've deliberately done it as a save room, which will make it so much fucking easier, believe me, it will. Where's Maya gone? Well, it's only if I click on it, that's very weird. Why is it showing me these? Why is it saying this? I don't... Oh, fucking OBS, you suck. You know, you come back to doing streaming after a while and you got all this shit hanging around. You're like, why update with this? If I need to do texturing, yeah, the pixels and points and all this makes sense to that, but not for OBS. I don't give a shit about that. Right. So that's that done anyway. So what I'm going to do now is, like I said, I'm going to go into Bioclone Redux. So I'll just quickly add a new thing for this. What's that window capturing? Oh, we can do that. So where is it? Oh, there it is. Right. So got Bioclone Redux in. I'll just shut that render down. Please let me just select this. Why are you not letting me do it? Oh, that is that one. Okay. So I'll just make that a little bit bigger. So what this is going to do, or what I'm going to show you is, well, first things first, I'm not going to be doing much with this. I just need to check first if it's going to clash with any of the rooms I've already got. I don't think it's going to, though, but let me just double check my rooms. That's it. So I haven't got 1060 in use, have I? That's perfect, because that's going to be the first save room. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'll just keep it open in that room. So I'm going to open this one. Where's my modded RDTs at? So open up 10.6, which I've just done. And as you can see, the data's in there already, but you can also see that the cameras I've just adjusted are all here as well in the grid. So if I click on the 3D matrix, that's the camera angle I've already put in for camera 0, camera 1 and camera 2, and the people have seen it in my head. That's exactly where they are, but I might have to tweak those a little because for some reason it buggers it up. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to hit the save button, which is then going to create the folder, which is going to be here instead of everywhere else is. So that gives me a whole list of things, and one of those happens to be the script. So I'm going to have so many windows open today. This is ridiculous what I need to do, but this is the way it goes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up HXD, and I'm going to have to make another window just to show that. Oh my god, I'm going to have that many things open tonight. Is it window capture? Yeah, window capture 2. So yeah, HXD, perfect. I'll just make this bigger. Where have I disappeared to? How dare you get rid of me? Put that here. That's it. Right. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to drop in the script for main SCD. And this is where I say, you know, I've been reading fucking Hex all over the week. So this room obviously is a save room, contains two doors because it's the cabin save room. So obviously one leads back out to the parking lot where you come in from in scenario B, and the other one leads that little walkway where you go up the stairs to the helipad. So that's where these two doors are. All that little bit of hex, that's the information for the door, the trigger type, the ID it's got in the room, the position X and Y, in terms of the fact it's 2D, even though it's a 3D engine, early 3D, let's go with that. Then you've got like your width and your length and your depth and what have you of the actual object trigger. And then it's got the coordinates for when you jump into the next room in your X and Z. It's also got the rotation of the character, and then at the end of that whole set of flags you've got the door type, which way the door's going to open and shut. There's a lot of stuff that this does, and it was all documented years ago, and obviously look at it in Hex, you start to cry a little bit. So 0100 obviously ends that event. It's ending the event, it's in the main. So what I'm going to concentrate on now obviously isn't this. So what I'm going to now have to pull up, oh dear freaking Christ, is Elric's tool, which is the build helper suite, which helps so fucking much. I'm very thankful that we got Elric in this community, and I'm very thankful that he made this tool because it is fucking awesome. Let me just pull this up. Again, adding another window device so you can see what I'm doing. Where the hell is window capture? Right, so this is the 6th one. That's it, perfect. Let me just do this. So this isn't like some... no, not game capture, window capture. I'm going to disappear in a minute. I'm just going to push that there. And then push it back a bit. They've really done some stuff, crazy stuff with this OBS, I'm telling you, because I can't even bloody move it down. Go down. That's it. Yeah, that'll do. Right. So what this tool does is it allows you to import script data, and it lets you read all the operation code that these games use, because obviously Resident Evil games, being the old ones, they run PS1 operation code, which is C code. So it's like the most basic shit ever, but you know, you'd think it's basic, but it's not basic when you have to do it all in Hex. So you'll see what I mean when I boot it up. So I'm going to import the script. Not in that folder. For modded RDTs, and then obviously 1060, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to, let's have a look in sub. So as you can see, a whole list of commands come up at the side. This is where it comes in handy, because obviously if you don't know what commands do, or you don't know how rooms work, you don't know what the hell it's doing. So these operation codes are basically what it is. So let's check this out. So this is saying go to sub, so that's 1802, so that's got to sub 2. So what I got told was you never put anything in sub 1 because it's the looping sub. So apparently if you want like flag check stuff to be done, you do it in sub 1 rather than put like item stuff in sub 1 or any of that obscure crap, because apparently that won't make it work properly. But you learn as you work, I suppose you could say. You learn as you work as you do this stuff. So as you can see, there's some item AOT sets. You got an else check there. Some no operations, some object model sets, and you got an if else check, and there's that stuff. So obviously what this room is obviously going to have is everything that you'd see in the game, including scenario B data. So obviously when you go back through the door after you hear the zombies come in, then it won't let you back out. So that's obviously going for operation code. But also operation code for this is you'll have the valve handle, which will be in here somewhere. Probably I'm looking at it right now. I can't bloody tell you because it's hex and I hate it so much, but this is how it works. And obviously you'll have the item, but I've just realised it doesn't have an item box in this fucking room, does it? Oh no! It doesn't! Not in the cabin! I'll have to add it in manually, you bastard! Right. It's not a problem, I can do it manually, I've done it before. So, oh yeah, let's do a save room. Guess what? You don't have the item box in said save room for scripts, so you're going to have to write the script yourself. Well, that's great, because I'll fucking do it anyway. Right. Oh, fucking hell, what am I doing? Right. So I assume one of these is going to be the handgun bullets, one of them's going to be the valve handle. We're looking for an AOT trigger though, not an item one. It has to be an AOT trigger, so I'm going to need to go to the next one. So let's try sub 3. That's not the one either. Sub 4. That's AOT resets, I don't need that. I don't need this either. See what I mean? Every single one of these script commands that you see in here, this is like all the different scripts that this thing runs in. This is like going on. You know, setting the BGM control, doing all this shit. I mean, I've not even got to looking at BGM control just yet. Member copied, oh, definitely not that far yet, fuck me. God, do I have to just go back and just rewrite this code so I can just do it? Because basically what all these subcommands have in them, all these little scripts, is you'll have like set enemy, you'll have it do the whole door opening thing where the zombies come through, and it's all doing set entity, move in, move that, and all that kind of bollocks. That's how it all works. It's all in these subcommands, in these subscripts. But a lot of this I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around, so I'm not trying to dive into it like a crazy deranged lunatic just yet. Not even that. What do I have to do? Go through frigging it with bloody SCD interpreter just to find the typewriter? Fucking hell. No, I don't want... Right, I'm going to go into SCD interpreter. Give me a minute. Where am I at? Right, I don't need RE2BM. That's dumb. I don't need to show SCD interpreter per se, because it's just exactly the same as Elric's tool. It just lets me go through stuff a lot quicker. So... modded room... RDT 1060, getting my scripts open. Right, so we're not setting 3D model. Don't need to check any flags or sound effects. Oh my god, what is all this shit? Set entity bloody position. I'm not even working with this shit yet. Enable camera switch. Camera 0. Where's it changed from? Cam 4. So that's obviously where the zombies come through the door, because obviously it fades, the door opens, it sets it a different camera trigger, and then it triggers it back to the camera that you're in. That's not what I want, though. I want the freaking typewriter. Because it's not a door. Right, there's your ink ribbon, your valve handle, your handgun bullets. That's just scenario flagging. Go to sub 3. Right, what's sub 3? Well, that's BGM change. That's not what I want. Do you know what? I am just not even going to look through the script code. I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, there's just no point in me doing this as this. I'm just going to do it all myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. Apart from... Right, I'm going to remove one of these door references because I only need one door for the save room, and then I'm just going to save it. I'm going to get around this thing. Right, bear with me. Yeah. So I'll keep this one open. I'll show you what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw each of these mains and subs. So basically this is like all the trigger checks and stuff in that. So all I'm going to do is going to delete it all. What do you mean I can't open it? I know why. So try that again. Wait, I don't know. I've got to open with this. Ah, shit. Right, get over that. Cannot open the file by his process. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yes, I'll shut you down. No, go away. That's it. So by basically setting out 0101 or 0100 even, it's all going to be a clean script. Nothing in it, no enemies, no item trigger, anything like that. I'm going to do it all from scratch. Fuck it. But I'm still going to keep the same amount of scripts in case I need to do anything later on. So, sorry, what the fuck? Right, go to sub 3. See, look at it, amazing. I can read it. I'm actually reading the codes that's saying go to sub 3. But I don't want that. So this may take a while, but this is how it's all done. I need to be thorough, so I'm just going to go, boom, gone. This is where Elric's tool is going to shine. So I'm just going to make this a completely, utterly clean room. Like I do with every one of the rooms I do. And I can just fill in it with any of the shit I want. Don't die on my battery. God almighty. It's all I need on stream. I've just started doing streaming again. I will be going back to All of Us Are Dead very soon. Just not now. Because I noticed people were getting interested in watching that one, which I wasn't really expecting because I thought everybody would have played the game if they'd watched the show. So it's going to be something to actually stream at some point when I get back to it. Wait, can I just drop all these scrubs in here? All these subs, and just drop them all in. Oh, perfect. Right, that's all I need. Right, done. 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 Notice I'm just keeping it all blank because I'll obviously be looking at this stuff. But this also includes like scenario flags. So like I've just been checking with interpreter, SCD interpreter. So stuff like scenario A and B time flags. So all the different items and placements and stuff. So now that I've done that, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to manually just write this fucking code. And I'll write it in main 0, 0 because there's only one 0 main. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up RE2 again. And again, this isn't a private tool. This is available for people to download and do whatever they want with it, as long as you understand how it works. So obviously there's only one door in there, so I'll just do that quickly and show you what I mean. So where am I at? Where is me bloody fucking modded RDT? So I would have got 1060 and open up the script for main 00. So obviously, why have you done that? That's not in the right one. That's in the far E1 build I use. Son of a bitch. This is another thing I despise with this tool sometimes, and it's the only thing I despise is that it's got every frigging game in here. It's not just restricted to 2. So I have to go along the thing at the bottom, the tab, and pick 2. Otherwise, I'm importing it into 1, and 1's like, what the hell is this? Well, you won't know it because you're only Resident Evil freaking 1. Anyway, try this again one more time. So now open up the script. So as you see, there's only one door trigger there with the event end. So what I'm now going to do is, why is this not loading it up? That's the render. Why is it not loading up that bit? Or is it? And I'm just not looking. Oh, it's not loading it. Oh, what's going on? Right, not Bioclone Redux. Not HXD. That's Maya. Why have I got 2 Mayas running? Right. So as you can see, I mean, I won't zoom in, because, you know, you can see the code there. And it's just say AOT set for door, and obviously event ends. That's ending the script in there, and then carry on to whatever script execution you need. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the save point trigger in. So, wish me luck, because I'm going to be typing this like a shithead, aren't I? Right, so... Ironically, that I did a save room for distant memories, and I still don't remember my code, but I could go and get my code, but I'm not going to. So basically, I want an AOT set. That's the one. It's a message one. We want a typewriter. That. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing this. So I'm going to just remove the event end and clear the content. No, not that. No! Oh, fuck off. No. Clear the content. So that's now gone. So what I'm going to start doing now is typing the AOT type in. So it's going to be 2C. It's going to be 01. 01. 1, because that's the ID in the room. Please tell me I've got this right. Yeah. Or have I gone Elder Skelter with this, and this should actually be 09, because that's the type, isn't it? Right, so according to data, just change this a little bit. It even highlights what you've actually got. That's a bit weird. I'm just on about OBS now. So basically, oh, but then I need to get the room in without boundaries in before I can even... Oh, fuck no, I forgot about that. No, no, I forgot. How can they fucking fall out of this shit? Right, how long have I been streaming for? 49 fucking minutes, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to build this room up, aren't I? Because I need to get it in so I can get the coordinates correctly, because I can't do it without the coordinates. So this means we're going back into Bioclone. Great, let's do that again. I'll keep that open. Never let your bloody people use your fucking computer. Why is it so laggy? What the fucking hell? I know for a fact it isn't that, so why is it now working? Oh, now it's letting it do that. Right, fair enough, right. Right, so what I now need to do is, because I've cleared all that, I'm going to have to close this down again, for fuck's sake. Right. Right, I'm going to need to recompile that room. Let's compile. Done. So that's done. So what I now need to do is open up the actual updated 1060. And as you can see, camera angles are in place exactly how they should be. And this is where it's going to start to break shit. So just drop this into 2D matrix, and then I'm going to need the editor command for this. So cameras are fine. What I'm going to go to is zone. Then I'm going to move these zones in place. So that it fits the room I've got now. Oops. So it's going to get confusing because the grid's there, isn't it? Sometimes I need just this here. Right. Should be okay. Obviously, I'm going to see because that's camera 0. So what I now need to do is trigger camera 0 1 with that trigger. So I need to go back into that mode, move that in, click back on. So what this is the RVD data for the game, and each room has one. It's just basically saying like when you walk into this trigger to the next camera angle and vice versa, and that's how these rooms work. Yeah, so if I just move that down a little bit and then just make that a little bit smaller, so drag those down the bottom down a bit. Perfect. So there's a trigger, go from 0 0 to 0 1 because that's the way it needs to be. So now I've done that one, got to do trigger for zone 3, don't need that for this one, so zone 0 1, and then move this in again. Put view all on so I can see it all. Basically like the main zone, the one at 0 0, that's like how much of the room you'll see and how little you'll see, and obviously if it's the smallest, that's like doing a puzzle. And then obviously have it further so you can see enemies or whatever. So that's how that works. If I remember correctly, the camera's at the end of that room, isn't it? So I can just easily drag that along. Put that grid there. And as you can see, without collisions it's looking a bit weird, but what I need to do is push out this just a little bit, so I'm just going to move that right a little bit. So that's that. Irrespective of how this looks, as you can modify and adjust these as you're working, but it's just the way it goes. Next one is the triggering of 0, 0 to 0, 1 and 0, 1 to 0, 0. So let's move that in. And this always goes behind your primary triggers, so this has got to go behind the 0, 0, 1 to trigger it, so that it goes back to the angle and vice versa. One degrees near. What the pick? Right, so I know that's behind it, so what I can do is just slowly move the right parts to trigger him. Triggers on. Like so. Then drag them down. And don't make them clash, because if they do, it breaks the game as well. I learnt that the hard way years ago. It's got to be a little bit next to each other. Might just move that a little bit over, like so. So that's how I'm going to trigger back to 0, 0, like I said, and vice versa. So the next one is, of course, 0, 2. Which goes to 0, 2. So, just move that in. The problem with 0, 2, it's because it's save bloody system, isn't it? Save area. So I need to figure out how the hell I'm going to trigger this. Suppose trigger it is like this, and then obviously bring it down just a bit, and then just bring the bottom bits up. And then just move those right bits out a bit so it's not clashing with that trigger. Move that up a little bit there, but not too far because you need to trigger out of it. Okay, and then we've got camera 2. Why did that render the item box? Oh no, did I delete the item box? Oh, did I delete the item box with the renders? Guess I deleted the item box in the renders, didn't I? Like a dickhead. Right. Let me just go back. Did I actually delete it? Oh no, I've deleted it. No. That's fine. Because it's not like I need it, because I'm not doing the item box, I'm only doing the typewriter at this moment, so I might as well just fucking go with it. Right. So... triggering, wasn't it? Getting the triggers set up, so let's just get this trigger set up. So this is 02, so I need to get the zone for it. A little bit. So that's just going to show that area only. So it's obviously triggering back to 01. So this is where the fun part is, because obviously this has to go in front of that one. Down. Across a little bit, and then obviously just the ease of it. Don't have that clashing, no, so just move that in a bit. No, not you. Just go on top, I want right, don't I? Bit. That in a bit, move that one out a little bit. Right, obviously trigger that. So we've got all of them in. Boundary collisions don't matter at this precise moment in time, primarily because it's getting the triggering done and getting the spawn point found and vice versa. So what I'm going to do, because obviously it's going to drop me straight in there, is I'm just going to go into my collisions and I'm going to move a few of these out. Save that collision. 1060. Where is 1060? Oh, no, it's saved it, has it? Well, yeah, I need to save it. Boom. Then save it. 1060, save that as the collisions. That's saved those. And then what I'm going to do is assemble and watch it horribly break. I'm going to close that now temporarily as well, just so I know which one's bloody which. Alright, I broke it for once. That's a bloody change. Right, so what I'm going to do is Just paste that into the destination there. Right, this is where the fun part's going to be. So it's 10:20, isn't it? Yeah. So it's that's the car. That's that one. That's that one. I'm just rambling, don't worry, I haven't gone mad. So that's the main door in. That's to that hallway. So let me try and flip this. So it's on that side. So is it that one? No. That one? No? It's that one. That's pretty sure that's the one that's, yeah. Right, so I need to change this one now. Trigger 10:06. Camera 0. Right, this is where the fun part is going to begin. I won't show it because that would be spoiling half the shit I'm trying to keep hidden for the moment. Right, I know it won't have loaded up those renders per se, so now I need to go. See if it'll open the room for me now in here. Perfect. Right, so I've now got to try and find the camera angle. This is where the fun part is not at, trust me. Try and find the camera, but this is why I don't put boundaries in yet, because you obviously want to find the camera. Aha, found it. The thing is, I don't know. Wait, what camera angle is that? That is camera 0. So why is it not triggering the next? Do you know what? I need to change the renders, that's why. Give me a minute. So I need those 3. Put them in the BG folder. Done. Right, so that's 0. 0, 2. That one's going to be a pain. I'm going to have to tweak that one a little bit. So it's going to be about there. So now I've got that information. I can drag that into here. Just quickly save that. Okay, so that's done. What have I frigging changed then? What the flip heck? Oh, it's that one, is it? Shoot. Wait, is it that one? Can't remember 04. Yes. So I have to change all that again. Great. Unless... I'm trying to figure out which door trigger it is. Could it be that I've done it in the storeroom instead? There we go. Yep. Well, as long as I know which door it is, it needs to be changed. It's not that much of a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys now. I just need to change the predator. Give me a minute. So that's 106, isn't it? So I just want to dummy all the masks. Okay, so I should have fixed it now, so when I'm walking through here, still loading the masks up. Perfect. So I'll just quickly show that, but I'm going to show the other thing as well. The other thing I don't know. Right, I want to keep that as that. What's this one? I can probably change that one now. Perfect. So as you can see, it's now in game. So camera triggers, obviously I haven't got a single trigger set up there, so nothing will trigger there. The item box would be there, it's now not because I need to put that in. There's your typewriter. I still need to fix the triggering for this one a little bit. So yeah, that's getting the room in. And now it's a case of building the scripture to be a typewriter. And I'm going to do a door trigger as well, since we've already got one in the room. What I'm going to do is get the positions for this. So the door's going to be about there, give or take. Right. So now what I'm going to do is reopen up right, so I'm going to close that in there for now. Close that down. So I need to open up the build helper. So once again, pick the right one. So this is going to be in here. It's going to be in the Biohazard 2 directory. So it's going to be in room 1016 script. And I need to see if it's showing that. Oh, perfect. Where I can click on it. Come on. That's it, right. Just blow this up a little bit so you can see the chords. So obviously that's where the door is, but that's the original data, so I need to now modify it. So I'm looking for, if I remember correctly, I don't think its value is 7. No. That is 7 or 8 is your X position. So these need to be changed to E412 and 910GZ. So D6FF 11 and 12. It's actually XZ width, so I'll leave those the same. 13, 14, wire width. 15, 16 coordinates in the next room. Right, so I now need to get the right bloody door for this, don't I? So if I now go... That's the wrong bloody thing. Fiddling around with this, trust me. Please tell me that isn't showing. It's showing. No! Quick, hide it. Hide the other. Shit. Hidden. Great, so now everybody's probably just seen half that shit going on. Wipe it from your memory. You saw nothing. Right, so I need to set this up so it's outside this door here. God, that was a stupid spoiler. But maybe I did deliberately. So now I need to get these positions. So that is now 8BD6. Oh, you bastard. Hang on a sec. 0, 0, 0, because that's Y, and then it's your Z position, so 0ADE. It's 21 and 22 is your rotation, wasn't it? Yep. So that's AOFC. I think I'm getting my head right around it. It's just getting it so the IDs don't trigger another ID and block it, or it's just making sure that they don't have the zero. They're in zeros correct and not 0 1s and 0 4s for setting the floor. My God, what a pain in the ass that was trying to figure that out. Okay, so now I need to do this stuff. So rotation in 21 and 22 is there. So 23 is the stage, if I remember correctly. So we are on that stage, but we're on 0 8. No, 0 2. Camera angle is 0 3, I think. Yeah. 26. Door type. I'm not bothered about those at the moment, so I'll do that later. So I'm just going to get rid of this event end. Now. Just a case of cracking the opcodes at the end of the day. Years ago, but when you haven't done stuff in years, you forget how stuff worked. So this is what it's going to be like now, because I need to do the typewriter trigger. God help me, but now I need to go back in the room. Right. Back into the room I go. Must not show it now. Just giving away like potential spoilers. Maybe I just did deliberately. So that's where I want the typewriter trigger to be. Right, so Let's consult the book of typewritering. So, typewriter's operation code is 2C. This one's 01 because it's 01 in the room. 0931 for typewriter. Right, so X position B4FB. Z position of that, so that is no 35FA. Like so, 11, 12 is the X width. It doesn't have to be that big, but I've forgotten how to do bloody doors. Hang on. 7, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to just do the same as above. So CE. Because I can adjust this at a later date. 15, 16. 15 to 20 is all dummies. So that's a typewriter trigger implemented. And then obviously, what did your event end? Because that's ending the event in the script. What do I think about what? Tim files are a pain in the ass to work with as well. I have a feeling I'm supposed to have heard of that, but I don't know. I end up looking it up, I'll be like, oh, let me just do this first. Right, so that's the typewriter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all this. I'm going to open up the main script for 1060. And then I'm just going to close this down. And then just copy and paste that code over it. Save said code. Go back into Bioclone Redux and reassemble 1060. Go back into my bloody mod folder and try and find the right RE2 without going mad. Perfect, hasn't broken it. Do that. Why have I got the ini file there? For fuck's sake. Right. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly test this out. Of course, it would have brought all the bloody mass data back. And the scripts aren't working. Why is the script not working? Is the door trigger working? Oh, the door trigger's working. Door trigger's working fine, but not the typewriter trigger. Interesting. Why is that? Why is it on the y-axis? Well, no wonder I can't bloody get it. What the fuck? Right, let's go back into the bloody thing and open it up and look at it and figure out why it's gone onto the y-axis. Oh my god, what the... Why did it go on the y-axis? No, that's the vanilla ones in it. That one. So 1060. That's the wrong. Oh, I keep doing this. Why do I keep doing this? Why? Or I'll have the typewriter fixed in by the end of the bloody night, I swear. Just need to figure out why it's on the bloody y-axis all of a sudden. Zero. The X position, Z position, X width, Z width. Why is it done that? And let me guess, it's going to have fucking broke the room now, so when I try and compile it, it'll be 500 kilobytes, because I fucking hate this tool sometimes. Fucking hell. Why is it going on a y-axis? I don't even know. I wonder if it's got something to do with the... But then the end floor wouldn't make a shite bit of difference, would it? Keep crashing, isn't it? Bloody hate it when it does this. Right, so for some reason it's on the y-axis and it won't tell me why. I wonder if it is the end floor. It is the end floor. Right, I need to change that. So it's the fifth one, isn't it? That should be 0, 0. Let's try that again. This is probably going to break it though. Let's find out. Oh, I broke it. That's a frigging change, right? see what I can do with this now. No, we Oh, it was, right, okay, fair enough. Right, so that should just work. That should work now. Right, I can show it now, but I need to get rid of these fucking things again. So now I need to open the pre-edit again. Right. So I just want to dummy, save that. Okay, right now. Right. Now you'll see it going to the new room. So door trigger is in place, but as you'll see, it's an old typewriter. If I had an ink ribbon, I could save my progress. There's a typewriter triggered them. So that is a custom save room built. And that only took me how many minutes? Hours? Of course, I still need to fix some of the other things. I obviously put the collisions in, so I'm not walking through the bloody walls, as it were. And I need to fix the triggering for this because it's not working correctly. But that's how you do basic room creation. So let's go up to the door. There's my door trigger. I'm not going to show you where it's going to go though, because I'm just going to go boop, off we go. There. So that is literally all I wanted to do on this stream. I just wanted to get the room built, because obviously it's just scripting, but this is sort of stuff that's going to be happening with guiding eventually. So it's just me getting used to scripting stuff again whilst doing custom room creation, which I already do anyway, but this is showing how it actually gets put in, how it gets put in the engine, how it works in the engine, how all this horrible stuff works and gets put together, and that's basically the gist of it. And that's all I want to do, is just get a custom save room built, because this is the next room I'm going to be working on. But I won't be showing any of this yet, because this isn't a guiding project, this isn't Project Starlight, but that is still being worked on. I've just taken a little break because the library is done for that. I just have to do the medical room, and I'm just trying to find reference at the minute for it. Once I've got like the references and that, I can start digging into that, and I'll do the same process with that I've done with this, and that's the end of that. That's pretty much all I wanted to do with this stream. What the hell is this? Right, I've got to look at this now. People always recommend stuff and say, what do I think of it? What is it? I have never heard of this. My dear oh! Is this that anime with the obscure deer thing that's a 3D model? I have not watched it, but I want to watch it. So that is actually on my to watch list. I know what it is. It's just when you read, it's like, oh, it's that one I see. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. Let me put that on my watch list, even though it is on the watch list. Just I have seen the gifs of it. I have seen the videos of it, and it does look funny. I like those sort of things. So yeah, that's doing basic room creation. Obviously next we'll be doing collisions. I'm not going to do that because collisions, everybody can know what collision is. It's just the object, the 3D mesh that you don't see, that obviously builds the room, and obviously you're not walking through an image file, it's the 3D boundary of the room. But you've seen me build it with custom RVD data, put the typewriter AOT in, and the room door AOT, which does jump to the actual opposite room that it is actually linked to, but I'm not going to say what that is because, again, that isn't what this stream's about. It's just showing the tools and everything and how we build these things, and this is, again, why it takes so long, because the scripting is the longest part, because it's understanding how the C code works, how operations work, and then implement it all in the scripts, because you'd think you could just do it all in one script file, but no, it has to be in multiples. That's how it just works, because that's how these old bloody games work. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to do just tonight, just to get back into it. And if people are trying to get hold of me, then get hold of me. I'm not that hard to get hold of, ironically enough. Especially when people tend to go fuck myself, which seems to be the norm. But I don't really care, I just shrug it off now. I've got better things to do. So that is the end of this stream. Thanks to everybody who's been watching. Hopefully you've learned something about how we all go crazy making these things. Maybe this has interested you into wanting to take up modding. Resident Evil 2 is coming out on GOG on the 27th of this month. So if you've not played it and you don't want to piss around installing programs and then DLLs in order to actually play the game, then obviously buy the GOG version. I will be going over that when it gets released, because I already bought the trilogy because it was going to happen one way or another. And that's all I can really say about it. If it gets you interested in modding, looking at this, then by all means drop in Discord, check the old modding forum out, because we don't use that anymore. That's got all the information on. That's how I've just quickly built this up, and it's also because I know how to do door triggers and typewriters and stuff. I mean, the next thing would be to do the item box, but I'll do that at some other point, because I just need to bring the box back in and re-render it, and I don't want to now. So that's that quick obscure modding stream, which I've never done before. Quite enjoyed it. I might do another one at some point, but until then, this is the end of this one, and have fun with it.